What's going on, boys and girls? It's your boy Jason, the blogging rapper, and I'm here doing an update video on the life case study, basically showing you how I'm getting traffic to my affiliate link for the Wi-Fi well system using the embedded. So I just got a message using the embedded traffic source that is within the Wi-Fi well system. So if you know about the Wi-Fi well system, there are several steps in there. They're super easy to set up. And one of the later steps is getting traffic. So they're using a solo ad provider. And essentially, if you don't know what solo ads are, this is when we're advertising on someone else's email list. And this email list is specifically a list full of people that are hungry buyers. They're looking for exactly what you have to offer. They're targeted. They're highly targeted. And the owners of these lists, well, they maintain them well to make sure that you get the best opportunities for a return. So in order to advertise on someone else's list, obviously it's going to cost money. So what I did was I took some money that I have here and I invested into the traffic source, to get a solo ad made. Now, I did this on Friday, and I was concerned whether it would go on Friday or go, should I wait until Monday? Well, I went ahead and I did the whole thing, and it turned out that I was automatically scheduled for published, for the solo ad on Monday, today. So it is 10:56 a.m., March 19th on a Monday morning. And I'm happy to tell you, I'm actually going to show you once I get some active results here. But I'm looking at the back office of the Wi-Fi well system, and I'm checking my stats here, and already I can see. I know you can't see my screen because basically they're email addresses from actual people. So I don't want to show those email addresses because, for the sake of privacy, out of respect for these people, I don't want to reveal that information. I believe a person's email address is sensitive information. You wouldn't want your email address published all over the internet, so I'm definitely not going to do that to these people that are coming into my system here, because they could be my possible team members, and I don't want to, disrespect them like that. So I'm looking right now. You can choose to believe me or not, but let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 emails, and I got an email notification that that my solo ad began 9:43. So about an hour ago, I got that notification, and it says here 20% of the guaranteed clicks that I was going to get has been delivered. So about 6 so far. And they're going through the funnel, they're going through the process. They have to, sign up for the email, the thing that you drop in the emails and you make money that way. They have to sign up for the MCA, that's the Motor Club of America. They have to sign up for Aweber so that they can get their system fully set up. And I'll be following up with these guys because those email addresses, because I have Aweber, by the way, those email addresses are being added to my Aweber email list. So here's the thing: if some of the people that joined up with me have 1, 2, 3. Sorry, just check something out. Some of the people that signed up with me have set up basically every step, including MCA, except they have not signed up for Aweber, and that's throwing money on the table, because when you have your own email list plugged into this thing, you can target them again and again. And I use targeting as a marketing term. It's not like, you're my target, boom, boom. No, it's not that. When you say targeting, it's a marketing term. So on average, the statistic is it takes, on average, a person about 7 times to see a particular offer before they decide to make a decision. Obviously, that's not true for everyone, but that's the statistic. So if they come into my funnel and see the Wi-Fi well system and they sign up, just to get in, but they don't sign up for all the other stuff, well, I have a chance to encourage them to do it again, to get in there again and finish their profile. I have a chance to do that. with Aweber. By having my own email list, by having them on my email list, I have a chance to get them to go through the funnel. Because they may jump in once and say, oh, I don't know, I'll do this later, and then they'll forget. Or maybe they're checking it out while they're at work, and something happened, the boss is coming in, and then they have to stop what they're doing and go back to work. So there's many different scenarios. So, you know, if your only hope is, well, I just hope that these guys, I'm going to show it to them one time and then hope that they'll go through the funnel, you're throwing money on the table, because a lot of people will need to see your offer a few times before they fully commit. You have to convince them that this is something that's worth their while, you know? So maybe at first they don't fully get it. But after seeing it a few times, they're like, oh, now I get it, now I understand. And then they'll go for it. So that's why it's so important to have Aweber, to have your email list. And the people that sign up with me so far have gone through every step, including MCA, but they have not set up their Aweber. So that's kind of weird. I would definitely, if you're watching this and you're on my team, I definitely encourage you to complete the whole thing, get Aweber now. Besides, it's, I think for the first month it's just $1, and then every month after that is $20. So really, do yourself a favor and get Aweber. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna refresh the page, see if any other. Let's see. Page is taking its time to load. So while it's loading, okay, no, it's still the same thing. All right, so basically this solo ad is going to run for 24 hours, and once it's fully fulfilled, then we'll see what happens. Now, the way I understand it and how I prepare myself to take this is, I'm going to get 100 clicks. I actually spent $77 on this, so I spent 77 bucks. And the reason why it's more than what I've told you before is because this particular solo ad seller sells at a higher cost per click. And the way you have to look at it is, you know, you're going to find a lot of different solo ad sellers. Some of them sell for less. Some of them sell for more. You can get conversions no matter which guy you go with, as long as you do your research. But the thing is that typically the ones that have the higher cost per click have a more responsive list than someone with a lower cost per click. That doesn't mean that you're throwing your money out the door either way. All it means is the one with the higher cost per click may have a more responsive list. You know, supply and demand. So if he has a more responsive list, he's going to raise his price up a little bit. So anyway, I went for it. I put 77 bucks in there, and this ad's going to run for the next 24 hours. And, you know, my goal is to see those 100 clicks come in as 100 leads, or as many as possible. I'll probably get about 50 or 60 leads. And, you know, if I get that amount into my email list on Aweber, that's fantastic. Now, most people will look at it and say, but how many sales did you make? I'm anticipating about maybe one sale out of this. And I'm talking about the MCA, you know, with the one where you drop your email, the Wi-Fi partners. That should be a lot more, because you just drop your email address and that's it. But with with MCA, you got to sign up and all that stuff. So I anticipate at least one sale from MCA, and I don't anticipate it to be right away. You have to realize that these are real people. So, you know, if I get, let's say, 50 leads out of this 100-click solo ad, that's excellent. And if I get one sale from MCA, that's excellent. But it may not happen right away. They may have to be marketed to, you know, targeted by my Aweber thing, in order to before they actually purchase. But who knows? Who knows? I may see more sales. It may be a lot quicker. But the name of the game is you're making an investment in this. You're building traffic to your site, And the more traffic comes, the more conversions and sales you'll get. And in the front end, in the beginning, it may look a little scary because you're thinking, well, I don't got money to be tossing into this and this and this, but you're not understanding the end result. Right now, what I always say is do what you can. If you got to hustle for the freeway, hustle for the freeway. If you can only invest a little bit into the paid traffic, the solo ad stuff, invest only a little bit. But the point is, you need to get some traffic to your site consistently, because that builds the momentum and that yields more sales, more results. So if I toss in, like I tossed in $77 today, I mean on Friday, I may toss another 77 today. So that's 77 times 2, that's $154. And I may think, oh no, it's a lot of money, it's scary. That's $154 is a lot of money, right? But if I'm doing this consistently and I'm getting 2 to 3 times that amount back, then all of a sudden that's not money coming out of my pocket. That's just money I'm reinvesting. So for instance, if I make a sale out of this solo ad, I'm throwing the money from this sale right back into the traffic, and I'm going to do it again and again. I may invest a little bit of my own money into this to get more results quicker, but at the end of the day, it's not as expensive as you may think, because once you get one sale, okay, that's awesome. Woo! Throw it back into the traffic system, and then, you know, get another sale, throw it back in there. So now I'm getting more money, and I'm throwing more money back in there, and the more money that's thrown back into the traffic source, the more results I'll get back, and my income will double and then triple, and it'll just keep going. So like any business, you have to understand that there are expenses, you know, and overhead, and that's part of it. So it's scary for the person starting out at first. That's why I say scale up. You know, start where you're good at. Start however you want to start, but don't let your mind hold you back. Don't let yourself be scared into thinking all this is throwing money into something that I cannot make a profit from. That's incorrect thinking, because what I showed you before with the Wi-Fi partners, all people have to do is drop in an email address, and I make $1.50 from that over and over and over again. And I got several dollars in my account right now. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm fancy, I'm rich, but it's a good amount, right? If I keep that going, even with the paid traffic, man, people are going to be dropping in there like crazy, and I'm going to get hundreds of dollars just from that alone. So think of the bigger picture here. Don't be limited by your restrictive thoughts, because you're only going to end up in the exact same spot where you already are. And if you're watching this video, it's because you're hoping that you could find some way out of that mundane, redundant lifestyle. This is it. But you have to remove those thoughts, change the way that you think. Don't be afraid to lose some money, because every dollar that you invest is exactly that. It's an investment. Some dollars may fall in the wayside, but most of the dollars will bring a return of your investment. Most of it will bring a return of your investment. If you just follow exactly what is taught in the Wi-Fi wealth system, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to make some money. The name of the game, however, is consistency. So I'm doing everything without any doubts, any thoughts in my mind. I'm doing exactly verbatim what is taught here. I've already made some money, and now I've reinvested the money that I've made into this traffic source. And I'm going to keep doing it until I make thousands of dollars per day, you know, hopefully, or per week. And so there you go. So this is the live case study. I'm obviously going to show you what my results are, and I'm going to be honest the entire time. So, you know, if I do the solo ad and I don't bear much fruit, I'm going to tell you that. But, you know, at the end of the day, if I don't see a sale, I'm not thinking, oh my gosh, I wasted money. I'm thinking, wow, I got 50 new leads to my Aweber list that I could market to, and maybe convert them into 3, 4, 5 sales. 5 sales from MCA. Let's look at it this way. So I don't know if you understand the whole compensation plan with MCA, Motor Club of America. It only costs, like when I got into MCA, it was basically $40 for the first month, and then every month after, it's about 20 bucks, right? But when somebody signs up with me, they get, I get paid 80 bucks. So if you get someone signed up with MCA, you get $80. So from my email list, if I get 50 leads from a 100-click solo ad, and I, through Aweber, well, let's just say this, if I don't get no sale from that solo ad, I'm not thinking, oh my gosh, because I'm looking at Aweber. I got 50 leads that I can market to. Remember, it takes about 7 times for someone to see an offer before they join. So after, continuously marketing to these brand new leads, if I can convert 3 or 4 of that 50, what is 3 times 80? 3 times 80 is $240. Now I spent $77. So 240 minus 77, I made a return of $163. Okay, let's say I converted 4 out of that 50. 4 times 80 is 320. Again, I invested $77 in that solo ad. I made a return of $243, and that's not counting the Wi-Fi partners, the email dropping thing. That's not counting that. So if I made a profit of $243 out of a $77 solo ad, do you think that that's worth it? Heck yeah. And what I could do then is take majority of that. I probably, for me personally, you don't have to do this, but for me, I'll probably toss in maybe 200 of that from the 243. And so I'll invest $200 back into it, or maybe the whole thing, I don't know. So this is money not out of my pocket. This is money that I've just earned. So toss that $200 back into the solo ads. From $200 worth, I'm going to get maybe 200 or close to 300 leads, clicks. So out of those 200 to 300 clicks, let's say I get 100 to 150 new leads. That's more people that I can market to. And plus, the original 50, I'm still marketing to them. So I could get more sales from them. So think about it, guys. It's not as difficult or as confusing as you may think it is. Because once you build your email list, you continuously market to them, you could get more sales. And I may invest $77 one day, but from that $77, I may make twice that amount. Maybe not right up front, but through my email list I can. And any money I make, I throw back into the traffic source, get more leads, make more sales. Repeat the process over and over and over, and you would be surprised at how much money you could seriously make. This is why some people, a lot of people, if you look at it from the entire population of people doing this, are making tons of money. And most of us are just sitting on the sidelines wondering how or why can't it ever happen to me. It can. But it's all with this. All has to do with this. So get out of your own way. Click the link in the video below. Sorry, just got a message. Click the link in the video below. If you're getting this in email, click the link in the email. Stop putting up these walls and just jump in. All right. If you need anything, I'm right here. Just shoot me an email, shoot me a comment, and I'll talk to you. All right. So I'm gonna let you go. It's Jason, the blogging rapper. Much love. God bless. Talk to you soon. Peace.